So Liberty Day is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. And what's good, everybody? It's Jay, and we are here celebrating Liberty Day with an absolutely ridiculous order to get 40 million kills with the Constitution. Mind you, for some weird reason, this update dropped at 7 p.m. on a Saturday. I don't really know why, to be honest. It's kind of silly that they want us to get 40 million kills with the Constitution in in 24 hours. I don't know, man. It's just kind of nuts to me. But we actually have an invasion going on over here on Hort right now that we should, for the most part, get some pretty good progress towards once we're able to liberate Magnitude. I just find this entire concept kind of insane. Now, this is coming after the massive update that was dropped the other day that featured over 200 buffs and bug fixes across the board, a lot more stability and optimization fixes. Unfortunately, the focus is still going to be hard drive users, sadly, but they did drop a massive patch the other day, which I know I haven't made a video on. I've been kind of just out of it, been very tired and just sleepy. I haven't been getting good rest lately, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. But with that being said, though, we'll go over that, I think, maybe in a separate video. To be honest, it really could just be summarized as they buffed almost every unused weapon and some used weapons like the autocannon, the stalwart, the epodge, and a few other things here and there. And then they just addressed hundreds of issues with the game. It's too many issues to honestly just read over. Know that they fixed allegedly a lot of stuff. They also did things like nerf the dragon roach, which now has actual weak points of the wings. If you destroy the wings, it'll die in one go. The flesh mob, all of the faces are now like points that do extra damage, so basically weak points, and they reduce the overall health of it, if I'm not mistaken. So lots of really cool changes that made certain enemies just way less annoying. It's harder to set certain enemies on fire, which is thanks to the AR2 Coyote. I'm certain a lot of people aren't really happy with that decision making, but we got to be real here. That thing is absolutely cracked, and we're blessed that they didn't actually nerf the weapon directly. So lots of nice little neat changes here and there that I think are going to overall benefit the health of the video game. That being said, though, there really isn't anything else kind of going on. We did finish our campaign over here for Errata Prime and Estenu, with Hellmire being safe and secure. Now next is the Oceanay campaign, which might be starting tonight. I don't really know. Lots of people are already over here just diving on it for some weird reason. I would love if we took Borrock too. I feel like this would be a really good planet to have. I actually don't know where the majority of the player base is. Where is everybody? 14,000 here, a few there. Let's actually go over here to our handy companion app. It's about an even, well, not an even split, but it's pretty close. The player base is divided up pretty evenly. So where is everybody right now? There's about, there's a few thousand people here at Super Earth, which I will show you guys what's happening there in a second, but you can actually visit the planet right now. We're cutting this victory pretty close, surprisingly. A lot of people are here. 1700 are at Effluvia, which a lot of people were suggesting to me that we should go here. In fact, Bay is currently, you know, being sieged, and then there's some people at Ballistica, you know, nothing too crazy. But wait, what's special about this planet? Because that's something I actually haven't paid attention to. Some people have been telling me about this planet. Oh, it's next to Seashell Beach. Ah, okay, well, that pretty much sums up all of that, even though it's not connected to any of our other like inner colonies right here for some weird reason. But it is connected to Seashell Beach, and people want to get rid of this, I'm going to assume. Oh, and this planet also has a really low resistance rating, and it has 0 cities. Okay, so that actually could be a really easy planet to take, but I don't think we'll get the opportunity to with the Oceanay campaign coming up pretty shortly. And it looks like everything's here too. Dragon roaches, probably the rupture strain is likely going to be here too. We got the Predator strain there currently. We got Hive Lords. They fixed some of the issues with the Rupture strain, so it's likely we'll be seeing them introduced very shortly again. Lots of fun little changes here and there, man. Per usual, the galaxy is looking absolutely exciting as always. It's funny to me that I've been seeing some people say we need to actually attack Ruger Bay. I just don't have any faith that we would have been able to do this gambit properly. I don't know why. I just don't see it happening anymore. We've been so indecisive on a lot of these worlds. Now, if we do take Ruger Bay, it would have self-liberated this planet, which would have been great. We did lose Cius. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Cius. We lost Rogue 5. We lost RD4. We lost a lot of worlds over here, and I'm actually happy that we finally came in defense of one of these planets, man. Like, a 5-planet losing streak just doesn't look ideal for us. So over here at Super Earth, there is currently a fireworks show going on. Yeah, You can watch the explosions here and go over to the monitor in the back of your ship and see that there's a parade going on. I kind of wish you could go down to the parade and be a part of it, but this is cool too. We'll get a cape if we manage to finish this major order, which, judging by how things are just looking right now, I don't know if we'll be able to do this or not. We'll have to wait and see, man. And the one true flag stratagem is also available to all Helldivers right now, which is actually pretty cool. And if you're not certain what the Constitution is, it is this unfortunate abomination. Yeah, it isn't the best weapon in the game, but it's something, that's for sure. It's definitely something. No customization options, just camos. Again, it's a very default weapon. It's really more of a ceremonial piece with a bayonet, but otherwise it's really nothing standoutish, unfortunately. One of the other key things with these patch notes too is they want to adjust how light versus medium penetration weapons basically handle. Light penetration weapons generally deal a higher percentage of their total damage against durable enemies, differentiating them more clearly from medium penetration options. They buffed SMGs and pistols and made them just a little bit stronger. I mean, this is the entire list of bug fixes and updates. Like I said, a lot of things got adjusted. Also, some of the melee weapons got adjusted too, and I didn't even realize that. That's actually really, really good to know. So they had some damage increases for the saber, for the hatchet, for the machete. Okay. This is also another one of my favorite changes. The dynamite got a colossal buff and is arguably one of the best grenade options now, or throwables. Its demolition strength has been increased to 40, its overall damage to 1,000. It has been switched to heavy armor penetration. Stagger increases now 40, but they have decreased the number of uses it has. The pineapple, which is the cluster grenade, got a massive set of adjustments, including a buff to shrapnel explosion radius, or its inner radius. Lots of really insane changes. You can hold more regular grenades, the frag, more smokes. The throwing knife got a buff. Plasma Scorcher will no longer lose velocity when shooting through foliage, which I guess probably reduce some of the damage in the process. And they also made some adjustments to the Plasma Punisher right here. The damage projectile decreased from 100 to 0. I don't know if that's a nerf or is that a buff? I don't know. The damage explosion has been increased to 225. I use it a bit. It feels way stronger now compared to how I used to feel before. Lots of stratagem buffs over here. I mean, the solo silo got a massive buff. Enemies will not attack it anymore, and they've increased demolition strength needed to destroy it, which is really, really good. The orbital rail cannon, which is phenomenal against dragon roaches, got its call-in time reduced to 180, and then the Patriot exosuit got a few different buffs as well. Here's what I mentioned earlier about the flesh mob. So yeah, they had a health decrease to 5,000. Certain areas are a little bit more durable, which is fun. The elevator overseer, which is the jetpacker, has been nerfed because, good God almighty, it was very annoying to fight against and arguably the most annoying enemy in the game. Leviathans now have beam weapons and they will not show up in missions outside of cities, which is a hit or a miss for me personally. I get tired of fighting in cities all the time, but they're probably there now on Horde, so we'll have to wait and see. And then just a bunch of other adjustments for the Terminus, almost a Tyrannid, shout out Warhammer. And then some adjustments for the automatons. And one of the more questionable ones, I think, is the War Strider changes. My issue with this is I don't think they needed to add weak points, to be honest. It really wasn't that hard to destroy. What made it annoying was the grenades and the ragdolling and how many grenades is shot consistently. That was really the only thing they needed to adjust on it. The weak points feels kind of like a mute thing. I don't think they were really that hard to take down, honestly. Other than that, lots of general bug fixes. I mean, look at this. Optimizations, crash fixes, lots of different things have been adjusted to make things just a little bit more stable. Now, there are still some disconnects, sadly, but it is, from my experience so far anyway, a significantly more stable game. So anyway, that's State of the Galaxy. Lots of cool changes. This order is weird. I don't really know what the thought process behind this was. I mean, 40 million is a tall order to ask for a single shot weapon, and to drop the update just randomly at 7 p.m. like maybe it's just a time zone difference. Maybe that's what, midnight in Sweden. That's probably midnight in Sweden. Okay, I don't know, man. I feel like they should have really dropped it at a point either earlier or afterwards when the majority of the player base is online. But we do have 96,000 people on right now. So hey, maybe we'll clutch up. We'll have to wait and see. We have an hour left, and this has been your boy Jay with another State of the Galaxy. Hope you have a great day. I'll catch you later.